all day.
All day. That's what I do. I sing. This you and my number one.
Take off.
Yeah.
Take off.
Yeah. Spotlight, big stage,
50,000 fans screaming in a race.
bodyguard, and limousines.
This is the way
I see you in my dreams.
Paparazzi flash.
100 pictures all hanging on my bedroom wall.
I'm a kid.
Hey,
You're like 13. What I mean, I'll be your groovy baby.
cause you are my superstar. I'm your number one fan. Give me your autograph. Sign it right. This is where your heart is, right? This is okay.
Left side, left side.
Make it sure.
I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting. I'm just spitting. This shit have been on my mind for quite some time. I gotta put the shit on the line. I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting.
And as your number one fan, I'll do all that I can to show you how super
That's a
you
good
are.
one. I thought we
I like that. I like that. So you had some moments.
And some moments in there.
some moments.
They need to make more music like that.
He trying to make music for the new kids now.
No, he doesn't need to make any more like
said
that. They.
Yeah.
Cause ain't nobody trying to be a groupie no more. That's lame now to be a groupie.
Is it?
But for your person, this is a metaphor
Hey, I need
to
a
show
groupie.
how I adore.
No, I think groupies are amazing in relationships, but ain't nobody doing that no more.
Why?
That's the problem.
I don't know. You gotta
Ask the
ask
question.
them. You gotta
Why?
ask. You gotta ask these males.
Okay. Are you a groupie for him?
For Usher?
No.
Oh, the males.
For the him, whoever the him may be.
I'll be.
You will be.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's whack. Welcome welcome all the way to hell back to yet another episode of Dropping Dymes.
Another one.
Whether it's your first time or your 101st time.
101st.
And another
time,
one.
man.
My name is Byron.
I'm Wallace.
And we got a special guest today.
Special.
That would be
and
me. That would be me.
All them specials was definitely needed because not only is she
Hey,
special,
look,
but
all the different specials.
yeah, like special, real special. All them specials is needed because, as you can see, we finally brought one on here.
Only y'all.
We finally got one, and I don't feel like we gonna argue.
Look, that was the whole
Listen,
hold up, bro. We just
that
did
was- Why
did
no
y'all
argument.
That was our fear.
Because man, we mansplain. We from our perspective, and it can ruffle
It can
some
get- yeah, it can get a
feathers
little sticky
sometimes.
sometimes.
So we just
Okay.
want
It
to
can
make
get a
sure
little
we got somebody that
Sometimes we don't always use the right words.
terminology, females and
We say sometimes we
girls.
say bitch.
Woman.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, and that can ruffle feathers, like you said.
But I think you can
And-
see past. I think you can see into the intent of the conversation. So to be able to do that carries the conversation to get to the communication.
Also, I don't think we're coming on here to do like a battle of who is blank. Because I think that was one of our fears, right? And we don't want to do that. We said that from the jump. We don't want to have.
Because we love black women.
Yeah.
As you should.
So we don't want it to ruffle anybody's
They love
feathers.
us.
And because of that,
As they should.
we wanted to be sure that we had
The
who
right
we would
one.
consider the perfect
The
guest.
right one.
Perfect.
Yeah. One of the
Let me
things.
make sure I show up and show up.
Nah,
Please
you
and
here.
thank you.
Perfect.
As you.
One of the things
That's all we needed.
that we one of the things that we
With all
had
your
discussed,
imperfections.
behind the scenes was bringing in someone that we felt like would be professional in whatever the conversation led to, right? And
I hate that word, by the way.
what,
Professional.
professional. I feel
Because what is that? But that's another conversation for another
an
day.
expert. I feel like an expert.
Okay. I
An
can go
expert
with
in what is
expert.
in our discussion.
Not shirt and tie. Just
Yeah, just an expert.
Yeah.
Not necessarily coming in. Yeah, like he said, no We don't need that.
Okay.
Because we're not that. We come in. We usually have on t-shirts.
Thank you for my shirt, by the way.
Welcome. Dropping Dimes. That's a classic joint.
Very nice, very nice.
And while we're here, go by www.droppingdimes.com. Dimes with a Y.
You know where to go.
Get the classic. Get the newbies.
Get the stitch stuff. Get you some colors too. I got some colors coming.
We got colors coming. The hats. Not
this hat, but
we
this
got
hat's like
hats. They're in the mix. The toasters is on the way. They stuck in Palmetto. The nose rings is coming. She's gonna be a model. We may even have the clamps for the locks. So all of that, everything's coming. But droppingdimes.com, dimes with a Y.
Do me a favor, too, brother.
Like
you turn the AC down a little bit.
But yeah,
I'm trying to help y'all ears out. That's all.
In real life, we had discussed several times bringing
a female guest
on, and we wanted to make sure that we had.
Oh, I'm the first female too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're the first female.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So it's
you, Michelle.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we said special.
Yeah.
All right.
Special. You know what I'm saying? All those specials are needed. I promise you. But
brings you.
Before we go any further, man, this is Yolanda Dunn. Yolanda, give us a little bit about yourself. Because I can talk, but it wouldn't justify who she is.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty complex, but I am Yolanda Dunn, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker, a therapist, pretty much. I am from North Carolina. I've been in Atlanta a really long time, 13 years. I moved here in 2011. Yes, I moved here in 2011. I attended Clark to get my master's in social work. I don't know how I forgot to share that I went to the illustrious Winston-Salem State University.
Illustrious? It just became that.
This is my time.
Like you looked at me.
This is my time to shine.
Right,
okay,
you got it. I love.
But that's where I went.
Let you have
graduated in 2011, and I also got my bachelor's.
Congratulations!
Yeah, he's a hater. But I graduated in 2011, and I immediately moved here. Went to Clark, did all the things, and worked all the places. I'm sure we'll share in the podcast. But that's me. What else y'all want to know?
Oh, we about to find out.
Okay, all right.
So how long we been? Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into
all
it.
Right.
But that's what we decided. This is who we decided would be an awesome first female guest for the Dropping Dimes podcast. Hey, if you get a chance, do go by YouTube, subscribe, share, comment, like, hit that bell,
hit the bell,
because we are coming to the end of this season, and we're going to be posting random stuff. So hit that bell so you'll know when that random stuff is
when
hitting.
it comes. Yeah. It's going to be quick hits too. Quick hits. You ain't got to sit here for an hour. Good 35, 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Tap in.
Sometimes 6-7 minutes.
Tap in. I had to do it. My bad.
That's a Tourette.
Special.
That's special.
This
is the other.
See, you're going to see all the specials.
This is the other special.
You're going to see all the specials. I love
it. was necessary.
You see how it all makes sense?
Yeah.
Just trust us when we say stuff. It's all gonna make sense.
We got you.
It's gonna make sense eventually. But yeah, definitely check us out, man. Please go and subscribe. We still shoot for that 1K.
1K.
We get to that. Also, we hit the www.droppingdimes.com. Go by our socials, man.
With a Y, baby.
Go by our social media. We are Dropping Dimes Podcast on Instagram, Dropping Dimes Podcast on Facebook, Dropping Dimes Podcast on TikTok.
We about to be busting on TikTok.
Yeah, we all over the place. So come check us out.
We're gonna get Yolanda to do a dance before she get out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna do the.
We got you to sing already.
And
what's some little videos that be going back and forth? The ones that be doing up and down, and she good for them too. So
we're gonna catch you.
The boomerangs. The boomerangs.
We're gonna catch you.
She stay on them.
That's my thing. That's my
thing.
thing.
Like
just back and forth.
Yeah, with the cheers. With the cheer, I'd be like, oh, how many times we see that?
Oh, at the end of this, they're gonna be wanting to follow you, so it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, since we're here and we're doing this little segment of housekeeping, where can they find you?
Okay. My website, I'm sorry, y'all, I had a brain freeze.
Yeah,
Website is www.aligningminds.org. That's my professional website. Instagram is aligning.minds. And my personal Instagram is yo_Dunny.
Dunny.
Dunny.
Done it all. Done it.
Of course. Done it all.
Of course.
We should have did that song.
We should
Now,
have.
you would've got to dance
Done
on
it
it.
all. And we still
That's
got
what gonna happen
time.
at the end.
We still
We
got
gotta go
time.
out somehow.
How about this? We ain't gonna. This is our question of the week, and this is an episode. This
I don't
is a
want
full
it.
episode.
I don't want it.
I
Go
think this is a
ahead.
good one.
I don't want it.
And especially with her being who she is and the conversation that we're gonna have. What is if you had a time machine and you could go back and talk to a younger version of yourself, 8, 9, 10-year-old you, right? Little Donnie, taller than all the other kids in class, fighting boys, everything. What would you tell yourself?
Do we have to answer this?
Well, yeah, I think we could. I think we
bet.
should.
Bet.
Because we talked
Okay.
about it on that.
Don't let me go first, cause I'm gonna steal your shit.
If I had a time machine and I can go back and have a conversation with 9 or 10-year-old Dunny, what would I tell her?
And move the mic down so these people can
Oh,
see
I'm sorry.
The beautiful face.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
gorgeousness that is you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
You haven't answered yet? Do you have an answer?
We did a whole episode on this.
Yeah, of course. I always gotta answer.
Damn, that's a tough one. It's so deep.
Yeah,
Ugh. I
but
would
I feel
tell her
like it's so appropriate.
Hey, since both of y'all
So
are basketball players, this is my answer. My answer would be shoot. Just go, bro. If you feel like that's something that you want to do, something that you have interest in, take your shot. Cause either way you're gonna learn. You're either gonna make it or you're gonna miss it. But either way you're gonna learn. You're gonna hone your form in. You're gonna get experiences. You're gonna get opportunities. Just shoot. There was so many times when I was a kid that I just was so scared. And I tell y'all all the time, when it came to women, I was scared to shoot. When it came to like stepping in front of
I'm
people.
still scared.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be.
No, I'm still scared.
Bullshit.
Bro. Go ahead.
But yeah, I was so scared to go after the things that I wanted to do or wanted to be. I remember watching kids do the things that I wanted. I was scared to just tell them that I wanted to do it. But once I gained the confidence to shoot, my life just changed. The world opened up to me. But if I would have told myself at a younger age to just shoot, bro, just go. Fuck how they feel, how they think, that they laugh at you, whatever. Just shoot.
It's like
That's what
a
I would've
start.
told. Yeah,
Start,
bro.
shoot,
Just go.
start, slap, whatever you need. All the
You
S's.
never know where it's gonna take you, but you gotta go.
Yeah, that's good. What you got, Danny?
I don't want to get all deep, but
get deep.
You're a fucking therapist. That's all y'all do, ain't it?
I'm going back to 9 and 10-year-old Dunny, and I share with you guys. I'm the youngest of 5.
I remember
And
now.
yeah, I'm the youngest of 5. And out of the 5, 3 of us were in the same household, and my dad and my uncle and my grandfather. And I'm going somewhere with this. My sister left
We
and went
here
off
for
to
it all.
college. She left and went off to college when I was 10, and I thought my world was just over because that had been my mom for the last 10 years, right?
Yeah.
And I guess I'm leaving out a huge part. My mom got killed after my first birthday. So so my sister was my mom for all of those years, and when she left, I just was like, how I'm gonna do this, right? Like, how I'm gonna make it? What is life gonna look like? I
would have sent you with her as a parent. Take her with you. Nobody knows what to do with this one.
Right. And you know
scholarship.
what? I think my dad, I think I did stay with her a few times in her college room. But anyway, to answer the question, I just didn't know like what was gonna happen. I didn't know what this was gonna look like. It's just all the things, and it's just very simple. Like, you're gonna be alright. Like, you're going to be alright. I guess now that I'm thinking, that's probably when I first started, like my first encounter with like mental health issues, right? But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. But I think that's what I would have told my 9 or 10-year-old self. Like, you're gonna be
would that have
alright.
changed?
Who the therapist? Me or you? Right now, who's the therapist?
Hey, you on my seat.
What would that have changed? I think I would have shot. Right? It was a lot of things that I didn't. I would have shot confidently, because I'm not gonna say that I didn't shoot. I definitely shot, but I didn't shoot with confidence, right? I didn't shoot thinking it's gonna go in. I shot thinking, oh, you're gonna fail. Oh, you're not gonna make the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they're not gonna like you. I remember switching schools because I started living with my godmother in the 6th grade, and I was terrified, right? Like, I'm going to school with these new people. I don't know these folks. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't very confident. So yeah, I just would have shot with confidence and not with so much fear.
Yeah.
That's good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys like it.
You made my answer sound better.
We're gonna get into something that you said.
I did.
We're gonna boomerang.
Do it again. Boomerang.
We're gonna get into something that you said there too, if you don't mind. But man, I think I still would have been like you enough, because I probably would have just not done a lot of stupid shit, trying to impress people who didn't need to be impressed. Or I could have impressed them with a whole lot less. Because I know, because like,
or a whole lot more of who you were.
Yeah, that's what
I'm saying. Like it, like literally, they would have, like, for lack of a better term, they would have fucked with me regardless. You know what I'm saying? Or at least in my mind, they would have. But I think there were things that I did in the whole trying to impress them that made them like, damn, like, didn't expect that from little buddy, but all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, but just would have took a different approach. Just would have took a different, or even in that, impressing other people who probably would have had more impression on my life.
Yeah. You would have went to the spaces that you were truly connected to instead of trying to fit into the spaces that you might not have been. I
can't say truly connected to, but just people who probably would have left a better impression at an earlier age. Yeah. Because I still ran into them. But then it goes back to another episode that we shot. Would you change anything about it? Probably not. Because I feel like I met those people at the age I needed to. Kind of like...
Just didn't use them though.
Yeah. Well, no. So I did, and it was at the proper timing. Had I met them... Let's say I met this particular group of guys at 14 or 15, I probably would have pushed them away more because I wouldn't have felt like I needed that. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So at 17 and 18, after I've been through what I've gone through, now having them in my life makes more sense to me. So that goes back to the would you change anything episode. The timing was perfect for everything. As much as...
Would you change anything in your life? If you had the choice. The power.
Cut you off.
The power to...
Yeah, that's what they do.
If I... Yes. I would have. I would have played basketball in college.
You would have?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that changes the trajectory of your adult life?
No. I just think it... fulfills part of me that still to this day I feel like there's a void.
And what if?
Huh?
The what if?
Yeah.
Like what if I'd have played basketball?
And I don't think I would have, gone to the WNBA, but I just wasn't ready to stop.
You wasn't Caitlin?
No, I wasn't Caitlin.
Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't Caitlin.
I mean, it was a lot of people eating overseas too.
I respect.
Yeah, I was just Dunny. I met Yolanda. Who am I supposed to be?
Hey, you was Dunny.
You was Dunny.
I was just me, but I wasn't. But shooting with confidence. Yeah. I had an opportunity. I had a few opportunities to play.
Hopefully not at Winston.
No, not at Winston. But I'm just wondering why do you say that?
I wish you would have just shot at A&T.
But no,
welcome back to yet another episode.
No, because I had opportunities, but as I shared, before they wanted me to play a 3, and I had played a 4 and a 5 all the years. Yeah, and I'm like, so I gotta train to be a 3. Yeah, like I ain't gonna be in the pole. Like, come on, nah, man. And I could have done it, but I just wasn't confident that you know, and I want to be a star, like, right? I want to shine bright, and, you know, all the things. I'm a Leo, by the way. And we do shine. Okay. But yeah, let me stay on track. But yeah, that's the one thing yeah, bro.
He was great for a side eye. Great for a side eye.
Stay focused, guys. But no, I think that's the one thing I would have changed. I would have shot with confidence and play ball in college. I would go to some of the games at Winston, and no lie, if my homeboy Hobbs is listening to this, I would be crying at the games, because I'm like, I'm supposed to be playing. Like,
suck.
No, not they suck. No. Not they suck. Absolutely not.
I thought I was gonna get it.
Absolutely not. Not they suck. It was just like, again, that void. Like, I wasn't, like, I love the game. Like, I'm supposed to be playing the game. I would go to the games by myself. And again, my homeboy Hobbs played for Winston. He's like, Dunny, you need to try out. And I don't know why you. And I'm just like, no, I have to work now. Like, I was finding all the excuses, but it was just a lack of confidence. And I was good. I was really good, but I was just from a really small town, and we just didn't get a lot of looks, a lot of attention.
From Wallace, right?
Yeah, from Wallace. Yeah, from Wallace.
We bonding over here, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
even with the hate.
Yeah. Go ahead, do your thing.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, I could talk all day about basketball, but.
So do you think a part of it? It sounds like it was about. Like, I know we were talking confidence, but also just that comfortability. Like, I think sometimes, like you said, like, man, I got trained to be something. Like, I got trained to be a 3, something different. You were comfortable at the 4 and the 5.
3 was gonna require something different from
y'all up here sounded like the therapist. Yes, I was comfortable at the 4 and the 5.
Yeah, no, we set you up.
Oh yeah,
like, I'm loving this already.
We hood therapists now. we gonna bring a little something out of you. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Listen to all the episodes. I'm almost sure you'll find something in it that you. There's a little something in there. It may be only a couple of seconds, but it's in there.
It's something.
So.
Hey, look, just real quick. That's a lesson that I've tried to carry into my days, because a day is 24 hours, however many minutes, however many seconds. But it could be 10 seconds worth of something in that one day. You got to be intentional to try to find them 10 seconds. Find whatever day has for you. Try to find that
your
shit.
Silver lining.
Yeah,
bro. I ask my nephew and nieces almost every time I talk to them, what was your highlight of the day?
Yeah,
and like a lot of times they be like, I don't know, like I ain't really had no highlight. I be like, you ain't get no discounts today. Like, ain't nobody pay for nothing for you.
It wasn't smooth driving to work.
Like no craziness on the road. I think sometimes we bypass those things because it becomes a normal. But I feel like, bro, like after, let's say COVID, there was no traditional normalcy anymore.
Right.
So I think a part of it is just kind of finding that 10 seconds to what it 10 to shit, it could be a second to however long that moment lasts in your life, and just take that with you. Like,
that's
this
what
was my highlight for the day.
Yeah,
like ask yourself at the end of the day, what was my highlight of the day?
Oh, or what did I learn, or what could I have done better? Because sometimes the things that aren't necessarily highlights are the things that I needed for that day.
Yeah, it's
to expose what I do lack, what I need to grow, and then now I can take that forward and grow from it.
So we win or we learn.
Exactly.
We don't lose.
No losses.
No losses. We win or we learn. We take something with us.
Sit back up. We need you back in this.
Sorry.
So there you go.
I'm thinking
you take that to your people.
Yeah, I saw it.
You win or you learn. Even when it looks like a loss, like how can I be better from this? Like, take this moment. How can I be better? And I learn from it. Take that with you.
Take that.
No Diddy.
Oh yeah,
no.
That was.
We got your back. We got your back. We got your back.
Thank you for having my back.
We got your back. I might even edit it.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely no Diddy. But I think it is about the intentionality, right? An assignment that I give my clients who struggle with depression or just kind of struggle with like identifying happiness is on my work phone, of course. We create a shared album, right? And every day my clients get so pissed and be like, I don't want to do this every day, Yolanda. But every day I need for you to take a picture that is beautiful to you.
Right?
Because you
That's
have to be
intentionality right there.
intentional, right? And if
Yeah.
I don't see it in our shared album, I'm hitting you up like, "What's up?
Yeah.
I noticed that you know." And it could be this blue. What is it, a chase? What is this called? Ottoman. There you go. Tomato. But it can be this blue ottoman. Okay, sorry guys. It's the tequila.
Yeah.
It could be a chase, or it could be an ottoman, or it could be a box, or whatever. If it's beautiful to you,
Go ahead. Keep
he being disrespectful.
Don't worry. No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Not at all.
You mean disrespectful? I'm talking.
And I was drinking.
Well, I think a lot of people don't.
That's my point.
Well, you got
that
to stop to talk to him, so I wanted to keep it going.
But anyway, it's just about the intentionality of finding beauty, and they even have to share with me like, why is this beautiful, right? And so it kind of it's aligned with the 10 seconds, right? But when you give them the homework assignment, they're intentional about it, and what it does is it changed the mindset. I ain't gonna get all clinical, but it changes the mindset. And every day, because this is an assignment of yours, you're being intentional about finding happiness.
And see, that's to me, you add a lens to them. Now, a lot of people go through life with just, it is what it is, or it might be a negative lens, but now I'm looking for beauty. I'm looking for beauty every day of my life, and I know it's out there. I just gotta find it. If you start thinking and looking like that, you're gonna find it, but then you're also gonna adjust how you receive and proceed in life.
Yep. And it's just a natural adjustment. They'll come to, let's say we've been doing this, let's say a client that comes bi-weekly, right? So on our 6th session, I'm like, well, how have things been going? Let's do a check-in. What's been, what are your highlights? And they got 10 highlights. Yeah. And so I'm like, well, let's go back to 6 weeks ago when you were here, and you had none.
Couldn't find any.
Yeah, you had none, and they're like, oh, so I really am healing. Absolutely. Yeah. Right? So yeah, I don't even remember what the question was.
Changing the lens.
That's what I do.
I got a question for you. So like you just jumped straight into your therapy practice. Why did you decide to become a therapist?
Yeah. It's gonna sound cliche, but it is what it is, right? I wanted to heal my people. I had I shared I played basketball, and first I went to school to be a PE teacher. I wanted to be just a PE teacher, right? Just be active and then play with the kids and whatever. And I went to school and had to take statistics, and it was kind of difficult for me, and didn't want to do that anymore.
Why does a PE teacher need statistics?
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I had to take it, and I had to have a real conversation with myself. I'm like, do you really? I can't remember what it was. It was so long ago, back in 07, 08. So long ago. I'm so old. But so long ago, I'm so old.
I was already adulting.
10 years in the game.
Man, what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But just even in the classes, it just didn't speak to me. It just didn't speak to me. But I was really, really tight with my senior year, my basketball coach, and Nicole. If you listen to this, Nicole was a social worker. And I would just kind of hear what she was doing. Sometimes I would be with her. And she worked for, back home they call it Department of Social Services, DSS. We call it DFACS here in Georgia. Yeah. And I would see. Why you left?
We all know DFACS.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't know where our viewers are.
You're right. Sorry.
My Lord.
DFACS just brought up a lot of memories from elementary school. That's all.
Absolutely.
Nothing crazy.
But long story, not so long. The way I saw her showing up for the at-risk youth, right? I was that at-risk, child, and I was just like, I want to show up like she's showing up for them. I want to show up the way I wanted someone to show up for me back then, right? Because she was great, and so changed my major to social work. I started doing the same thing. I was working for DFACS, and I'm like, it just doesn't allow me to be as hands-on and. You're in the house and then you're out the house, and then you just really don't know what happens after this case closes, right? And I'm like, I even switched departments at DFACS because I'm like, I want to be with the family. I was in family preservation to preserve the family, right? And so I was like, I want to be with these families just longer, right? And I'm like, well, I can't do that here. But again, I'm always processing. I'm always thinking. Fast forward, I get into therapy and I'm learning about me, right? And learning about me helped me to learn about everyone else, and learning about everyone else made me want to show up and help everyone else, because where I'm from, I don't even think the term mental health was used, right? Yeah. And I'm like, no, it got to be me to go back and pour into, absolutely, to pour into my community and to help them, whatever that looked like as it related to mental health. So my why is kind of all over the place, but it started as one why, and then the why shift. But I think, like my daddy say, at bottom line was I just wanted to help my people. So, and that's what I'm doing.
And so one thing I think you just said, like, your why shifted. I think it's okay for our why or our purpose to grow and to evolve.
So I was gonna say molded.
Yeah, I think it's definitely okay for it to evolve, because people think sometimes that once I started my purpose, like, that's it.
Yeah.
And I think it can expand and then
it can narrow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People like, I just want to help kids, and that'll be your purpose, and then it'll narrow in
at risk.
Yeah, exactly. Who you really need to help. So I think that's a big thing, that your why like kind of shifted, but it didn't necessarily shift. I think it broadened, maybe more than anything else. But I think that's dope. I think
it shifted. I think it shifted. I think it became a little bit more specific.
Okay.
Because and I'll just stop there. I think it became a little bit more specific, right?
I think it should. I think your why, especially when you don't know where you're going, your why is going to be a little broader. Yeah, but as soon as you try to kind of hone in, you do the study and you take the time, you invest your time with the people. Now you're like, okay, this is where I really want to be at. Right. Now my purpose feels like it should be. So now it makes sense to, whether it's shifted or molded or whatever, you kind of hone into where you feel like you're meant to help.
I think it goes back to me saying learning more about myself, and to talk about what I learned about myself. We'll be here, all day, but I just really identified what my gifts were in the populations that I was noticing that I was being most impactful with. So, yes. Yeah. Okay.
So, what do you like? Now we're in the question and answer session. We're about to interview the shit out of her.
Shit.
Like we passed the whole.
I don't know if I got enough tequila,
but
we got some more.
Yeah, it's more in there. What do you think? What are your top 3 things that you feel like you encounter, or maybe you give me your, because 3 is that can be quick. Give me 3 to 5.
Hey,
give me your top 3.
I make it long.
Yeah.
That I encounter
in your
profession.
God, it's way more than 3, but for men,
let's go 6. Let's go 3 for men, 3 for women.
Well, no, I was talking top 5 on each side.
Well, you said
like
3.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why I went back and said 3 to 5.
Now we just talked about how we don't like top 5.
Yeah, that's why I said 3. I said 3.
Top 5.
Okay, so for men, I think the top one is identity issues. That is the top. I have a lot of former athletes, and after basketball ended or football ended or whatever sport they played, it's like, who am I?
I definitely can come see you, because I definitely had, when football left, I had a little Lion King moment sitting in front of this lake looking down at myself like, who the fuck are you now that football is gone? And I knew it was gone, and you just have to go sit home and honestly answer that question. Some people don't have that or can't find an answer, but I was able to find an answer that helped me take one step, and that one step led to another one. But that's a strong space to be in, because it's a lot of people, and if let's say it left in high school or whatever that thing you thought you were going to be left early on in life, now you spend the rest of your life thinking, I should have been that. But no, bro, you can be that. I
don't know that everyone asks like, who am I, right? I think it's what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think they identify like, I'm having an identity crisis right now. I don't know who I am anymore because I'm disconnected from what, you know, so much of my identity was tied to. They aren't able to process it that way. But yeah, a lot of identity issues for men. A huge struggle with navigating romantic relationships, because you know, they grew up in a single parent household, whether it be just with their mom or just with their dad. I think another one for men, man, there's so many, but I wanna name the top 3. Identity, imposter syndrome. Yeah. So that's the top 3 for.
Yeah, I need to come sit on your couch because I live with that every day right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's always a constant thought. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not good enough. They're gonna expose me. They're gonna find me out that I'm not what they think I am.
Yeah.
When I fucking show them that person every day, but every day it's like a constant fight, a constant battle, and nobody sees that, bro. They gonna expose you. You're gonna be found out.
Yeah. And I want to challenge you when those thoughts come up. My homegirl listens to, she's like, you always talking about evidence. I want you to identify the evidence supporting that thought, right? Like, what evidence supports that you're not good enough or that you're going to be exposed? Like, what? Because we operate off evidence, right? All things we do in our life is there some evidence as to why you're going to do this or go here or shop here or buy. Yeah. So when you have those thoughts, I just want to challenge you to ask yourself, what evidence supports this?
What happens when I find the evidence?
You won't find it. That's the whole point of the challenge. You won't find it.
You're still employed. That's
because they don't know yet.
What don't they know?
Yeah. What, like
the shit that I know that I don't know.
How long have you been doing this?
My whole life.
No. I'm talking about how long you've been doing your job.
This job, 6 years.
By this point, they would have figured it out.
But what don't you know? You don't have to go into details. They're just thoughts that you want.
The crazy thing is, the evidence you can probably find more evidence that you do know what you're doing.
Should be.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what's naturally going to happen. As you're going to start popping your shit. Like, I know this, I did this. This is where I'm supposed to be.
Like, you literally start to state your resume.
Yeah.
And this is why I should get a raise.
I tell you, that's why I need the therapy, man. Because I need that support. I need that.
Are you in therapy?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. So you don't need to sit on my couch. You got a couch to sit on.
I mean, every therapist is different now.
You're right. Okay, so that's the men. For women, the top 3 is definitely workplace trauma.
What does that look like for a woman?
How it look? No, it's not how it looks for women. Just so much. Just being treated poorly, microaggression, all the things.
Harassment.
Yeah, harassment. All the things. Not getting that position that they know they should have gotten, right? Because my resume looks so much better than this person's resume. So yeah. Workplace trauma. Another one is definitely mother hunger. And that's simply what it is. Like, they're hungry for their mom in terms of guidance.
So that's not what I thought mother hunger was.
Oh, okay.
I thought mother hunger was like, I want to have a baby.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready to be a mom. That's what I thought mother hunger. You can't. You knew that?
We're stressing him out today.
You knew that? You knew that? Hey.
Yes.
Everybody's not a Bible, bro. Everybody is not well educated and knowing all the words.
It's cool.
Because I really thought it was like they just want to have babies.
Well, that's also a thing too.
All right, so I'm kind of right.
No.
Okay.
No, you're all the way wrong. But I do have a lot of clients who desire to become moms, but
okay. So explain mother hunger a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And if you guys are listening and this resonates with you, you should definitely go buy this book called Mother Hunger. It's by Kelly McDaniel. You can get it off of Amazon. But Mother Hunger it's just adult women yearning for their mom by way of guidance, nurturing, and protection. So mom could have been present, but she wasn't nurturing. And so much falls under the umbrella of nurturing, right? Or she didn't protect me, and so much falls under the umbrella of protection. But I have so many women who have poor relationships with their mom, and they're just really hungry for their mom. So so mother hunger.
That's crazy. I never thought about that as being a trauma.
Yeah, absolutely. You never thought that?
No. I mean, even from, I guess you would call it father hunger, but I never even thought like things that my dad didn't do were traumatic to me.
Yeah, they can be right there in the home, but you don't until you're our age, right? It's like, why do I struggle with affirming myself? Well, what did affirming look like growing up? And they're like, ain't nobody ever affirmed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got workplace trauma for women, mother hunger, and look, that one is gonna stick with him.
Stuck. I might remember it.
And dang, what else? Oh, absolutely, adjustment issues and adjustment issues.
Hell yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and it's all things. What you see?
Women have trouble with adjustments.
Yeah. Okay. And it's adjusting.
Like things changing in life. I want that shit how I set it up.
Yeah, I see that a whole lot. And all of these, all six of them, the source of all of this is trauma. Like childhood trauma is the source of all of this is trauma that they don't even recognize that they're struggling with.
You ever got like we all play sports. You ever got like a scratch or something that you didn't realize you had until you got in the shower and that shit started burning? To me, that's kind of how it is. And then once you realize it's a scratch, you can make a decision whether you want to take care of it or not.
Or just let it heal itself.
Or how you want to take care of it.
Yeah. Because it can become infected if you don't. I think that's exactly, to me, what I see therapy is like, these things happen. We didn't even know they were happening. But when they get exposed to us, we have to make a decision to how we want to heal them or how we want to let them proceed, because it can become a festering infestation, infection that hinders the rest of our lives.
Absolutely. I like how you said we have to make a decision, because that's what you have to do. And the decision is all on you. Right? I can't make the decision for you. I can't want it more than you. When my clients come, first session, it is very clear I am solution focused, right? We can come, we can laugh, we gonna laugh, we gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry, but you can cry, right? We're gonna do all the things, but we have to be moving.
You're too hard
forward.
to cry.
I'm too hard to cry.
Yeah.
That is not true.
I'm just asking.
No, we asking.
Okay, yeah, I'm a crier, absolutely.
Just not with your clients.
No, absolutely not.
That's not professional. That's not professional.
Have I?
Come back in.
Especially working in social work at a time. You didn't cry?
I cried when I left.
Oh, okay, but not.
I remember taking these babies.
That affect.
Yeah, but I don't want you guys to think like as therapists we have to be like emotions don't exist with us, because then I'm not showing up as human. When you said I ever got off the screen, yeah. And it wasn't because I was like, oh my God, like, my client was giving me flowers, and it was like
that one little.
Yeah, it's like I think I like tilted the screen like, okay, well, all right, so I'm back and let's do it, right? Yeah. But you don't want to start crying, because now the client kind of feels like they need to show up for you, and this is their hour or their 30 minutes or their hour and a half, their 2 hours that they probably don't ever get, right? And you book me because you need this time and this space for you, because the world isn't giving it to you. But I ain't too hard to cry. I be crying all the time.
Growing up in my community, the only time we ever saw therapy was like on a TV screen watching Law and Order, somebody going to sit, and it was never us sitting on the therapy couch. What's the taboo, or why are we averse to therapy from your experience?
They scared. Everybody just scared.
Scared of what?
Of the work that you have to put in.
Sometimes you're demons. I used to joke. I used to say,
Oh.
me and my demons is cool. They pay rent on time. All that don't do shit.
That's a terrible person.
I'm okay with them. They only show their head only when it looks really, really
don't
good
say
out
that
here.
anymore.
Listen, that was my college days, though.
Yeah.
That was definitely
little
my
while ago.
college days. Yeah, a little while. At least a dub. At least a dub. Yeah.
But yeah,
Elaborate a little bit.
They're just scared of the work that you have to do. They're scared of the emotions that are triggered. And in my office, I have the feelings wheel, right?
Yeah.
And that feelings wheel will cripple you, right? They don't understand the emotions. They can't even articulate the emotions. If my dad is listening, he know we dogs, but I'll ask him about a feeling, or I'll highlight that he's experiencing this feeling, and he want to change the conversation.
Yeah.
Alonda, what you talking about? No, I ain't. Oh, you got all the sense. Yeah, I got all the sense.
I sent them the feelings wheel.
Huh?
I sent them this
Early
feelings wheel.
on.
Yeah. And I don't, they'll never admit like, oh, it's fear, but as a therapist and I'm assessing, I'm like, you're just afraid of what's going to be triggered by having this conversation, because again, with my Daddy, this is not therapy. You was not paying me. So this isn't therapy, right?
That makes it therapy.
Okay. That doesn't make it therapy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we aren't having therapy. It's just dad and daughter having conversation. And this is an extremely vulnerable space. And you're scared of the feeling that you're experiencing, right? And you don't know how to show it, right? Or you don't know what's on the right.
I think there's
I think it's show too. Like, how do I show her that I'm?
I think there's a level of vulnerability that comes along with it, because the showing could come as me crying, and as dad,
fuck that.
That's probably a no-go.
Don't
you know what I'm
do
saying?
that.
So
Yeah.
I think for men, I think a huge part of it is the vulnerability.
Yeah.
Like that now
I was
you
trying
see
to stay
me.
away from that word because it's such a buzzword.
Yeah,
but
like now you
it's
see
such a
me
buzzword. Yeah.
in my
trying
in
to
a
get
space
dropping
where
down
I'm not
buzzing
used to
right now.
showing people. You know what I'm saying? Like the only people that seen me cry was my mom, my dad, pre-13.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
since then, I've been hard and I've been tough. And even before then, your daddy was the one who was saying, "Man, get up! Don't do all that crying. Get up and let's go." You know what I'm saying? Or your mama was like, "You keep crying, I'm gonna give you something to cry for." Or if you keep crying, you're gonna go in the house. So you
Either way,
learn
shut it
so
down.
early to shut down these certain emotions, right? So you didn't learn this to show it, because there were so many things that were linked to it. Either I'm going to be punished for it, I'm going to be viewed differently,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera.
And that goes back to the fear,
Yeah.
right? Like, using the example you just used, like if I cried, it was like, I'm gonna be punished, so now I'm scared, so I ain't gonna do it. So now you grow up to be this, grown man, and it's like
macho.
let's have therapy and be the buzzword vulnerable, and you like,
Man,
Nah,
get out
we
of
don't
here
do
with
that.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
get out of here with that.
you say get out of here, but it's the fear, like, oh, I don't wanna,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
most people don't want to touch on that because it's like who and now who am I showing it to? Like, man, I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think I'm about to cry in front of you? I ain't even cry in front of my mama. I ain't cry when my mama died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people who be pushing through and like be holding on to all this stuff and don't even realize like you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think we are used to anybody giving a fuck if we are feeling any type of way. One, I don't know how to tell you what feeling I'm feeling, but two, most people don't care. I was actually walking back to the car today, and I was like, no matter what happens today, no matter good, bad, shit, I
In
get into
between.
an accident, anything. At the end of the day, nobody care. You gonna come back when you come back to work? Are you gonna bring a check home? Are you gonna support so and so and so and so? Like, it don't really matter in our head, but we have to get past that and be like, really, to be able to bounce back from whatever happens, we have to have that mental stability built. I mean, to me, from therapy these days.
Is it fair to say that no one cares?
I mean,
Because
It's
when you
definitely
said
not
no one, you said it's not.
It's
Or-
not fair.
Yeah, because when you said no one cares, you immediately went to something about got to go back to work. They go like what?
So like to me, my job, they put on that.
So your job doesn't care. But go ahead.
No, they put on a good show about.
I think there's a lot of people that don't care, but I think we got that from our parents, who got it from their parents, who got it from their parents, who were in a place where they didn't know how to share, didn't know how to let people know that they weren't doing well, right? So it was always, as a man, put your head down, keep going,
keep moving,
push through, grind. Right. Like people, like even when they talk about work, like, man, I'm just going in there, I'm grinding. Like, who the fuck thinks grinding is a good thing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
everybody does.
Everybody thinks grinding is a good thing
until they have to grind for you.
Yeah, except
a decade.
Like grinding is usually things
tearing pushing
down, against each other in different directions. You know what I'm saying? So when we think about grinding,
when you gonna get your license so you can do this? Like, come on,
So
I got a position for you.
so when we're going through this stuff as men, we refer back to what we heard the men who taught us say, put your head down and keep going. Especially if you had men in your household. God forbid you didn't have a man, and now you got to try to figure this out. I think it's a whole different space that you're trying to navigate in the dark.
I think to me, like just taking it back to me personally, I think it's really only. Well, honestly, I'm gonna add Byron there. I think it's 4 people that really care about. Like if shit happens, like they continue to care. Of course, somebody can give you a phone call or give you a quick second, but after that, it's like, all right, when you gonna show back up? When you gonna do this? This doesn't stop. And my mindset is like Byron said, is like, all right, cool, this shit happened, I gotta push through. But Byron's a person that's gonna continue to check up on you, knowing that this moment isn't this moment. It's actually gonna affect you.
You can come stay over here.
Exactly.
You can come stay over here, dog. I know this
exactly. Or my mother, she's gonna check on me every day until I tell you, like, look, I'm good. I'm truly good. My pops and my sister. Other than that, it's like, can you do this now? Can you come fix this? Can you pay this? Can you, whatever. It's right. To me, it's like, all right, cool. This shit happened. I got to get through it. Because I know I'm still going to get asked, when is this ready? When is this going to be done? Can you do this?
Right. So we've identified that your statement isn't true, that no one cares, right?
For sure.
Because we've identified 4 people that care. Mom, dad.
Never use absolutes. I got you.
Sister. And Byron.
Depending on the day. Somebody fall off your list, man. That's crazy. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But even if they fall off, there's still someone that cares, right? So I say all of that to say that feelings aren't fact. Right? And I think in the moment feelings we feel like how we feel in that moment is factual and justified and all the things. But you just said, man, don't nobody care. Like that's and I you think just identified 4 people. I
think people. Language is something that we also need to pay attention to and be intentional. Because I said nobody, but I quickly could turn around and say 4 people.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny.
And 4 is enough.
Like
right?
you talk to people, we need? And you start a conversation. You be like, man, what's good, man? Everything good? They be like, nah, man. Man, I ain't got no complaints, man. And even if I did, don't nobody care. Yeah. And we laugh it off.
Look,
we literally laugh it off when people say that.
Saying this, I care. I got time. What's up? I got a subcontractor right now that every time you call me, like, don't nobody care but you. Aww. Because I like he say that shit. I be like, bro, what you got?
It's so sweet.
Yeah. I think language is just like we got to be intentional with our words. The same way we talked about writing things down and making it plain, so that we, you know what I'm saying, it lights a fire in us, right?
Yeah.
But I think we have to be intentional with our words, because I think a lot of times we say things, even if it's in a joking nature, and if we say it enough, eventually you'll start to believe it.
Yep.
Because like we say this also. Every joke has its truth behind it.
For sure.
Right? So
I don't believe that. But
you don't think so?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Give me a joke. Knock, knock.
Shit your ass up.
Some shit is just jokes. Like
I think it's pulled from something.
I think it's still pulled from truth.
Does it necessarily have to be pulled from this like malicious or negative?
No, it may not be malicious, but some truth.
Yeah.
So some truth doesn't necessarily mean it's malicious.
You're true.
It's just true. Like, it'd be like, hey, big head. You'd be like,
Now they flirting, right?
But, yeah.
So it's coming
They're
from
joking, but
Yeah,
I
but
kind of got a big
I
head.
know,
now.
I know what I know it's like that. You like. You need to come up with a different. You need to come up with a different cute
I
phrase.
hear you, though. I
You need to
hear
come
you,
up with a
though.
new cute phrase. Be like, "Hey, big knees," or some shit. I don't
got
like
big
that
knees.
one. I be like, I know these knees ain't big, so that's funny. Yeah.
Man, speaking of knees,
Ashy. No, I'm just.
So I got a question. Since COVID, do you think you've seen an upswing in certain conversations? Do you think people like what's something that you feel like you've encountered more since COVID? Because I say it all the time on this podcast. Like I feel like people have become. It was like during COVID, like they didn't necessarily practice, or they didn't have the opportunity to practice certain things out amongst other people, right? So do you find people
Killing that goddamn stand, ain't you?
right?
I'm trying to get it right.
Like, do you find yourself like struggling with people?
Absolutely not. Put the pinky
I'm just saying.
down.
Just a couple things.
Put it down.
Do you
I
find
would never put my
yourself
pinky up.
Yes, man.
having conversations with clients or even friends that you necessarily didn't find or hear prior to COVID?
I just want to make sure I heard what you said. Basically, am I having conversations now that I wasn't having with folks prior to COVID?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes and no, right? I think COVID kind of validated how a lot of people felt, specifically in relationships. We have so many. When I say we, it's me, and I have a team of therapists. I have a group practice that works. I have a group practice, and we have so many couples, right? We have so many couples, and I'm saying all this to say, folks just figuring out they don't like the person that they married, because during COVID they had to be in the house with them, right? And now you walk around and you complain too much, and I don't like that, right?
What?
When I was gone from 7 to 7, I didn't have to hear that.
Shot.
Okay, all right.
That complaining shit right kills me.
But I think space needs to be made for people to complain. But anyway,
Yeah,
I
I agree. Just not all the time.
Okay, I guess it depends on what. So it may feel like all the time.
Look,
if
the language.
Yeah, and I am big on words. I play on words, and my
careful.
clients be like, "Yo,
Yeah,
I ain't even really meant it like that."
I'm contractual words.
But that's a huge conversation. Just that's not a huge conversation. What I'm noticing is people feeling validated on how they felt about their relationship post-COVID, because now I see, like, I thought I didn't like him, but I really don't like him, or I thought I didn't like her, but I really don't.
I realize
Don't
I
like
really,
her.
really don't.
How do you go through that conversation to find resolution?
It looks different every single couple. I always ask my couples, like, what is the goal here, right? If you're married, is it to continue this marriage and be, happy and healthy? Is it, I want to stay in this marriage because of the children, and I just want to be able to co-parent? And so it looks different from every single couple, depending on what your goals are. Because I ain't never gonna tell you to leave your marriage, right?
Why?
Because that's not my job.
Oh,
I'm here to.
Are you there to support their happiness?
Absolutely, whatever that looks like.
Could you make a recommendation that them going a different direction would support their happiness?
A recommendation? No. I would challenge them to explore feelings and thoughts and all the things, and together we arrive at an understanding that resonates with you.
It's together, like you and your client, or him or her and her spouse?
If it's me and the client, it's me and the client. If it's me and the client and their spouse, it's me, the client, and the spouse.
Okay.
Yep. I ain't recommending nothing but resources.
But you recommend stuff on everything else, though, right? Why is that the line?
No, because I'm just here to help you sort out your thoughts. Like
but if somebody drinking every day, you be like, would you recommend that you should not drink every day?
That's different, because now we're talking about like medical-ish
versus emotion.
Yeah.
There's emotion tied to it, right?
Absolutely, but we gotta address the medical before we can move on with the.
Why? You should. I would feel we need to address the emotional before we address the medical, because the emotional is triggering the medical.
No, but the medical. I feel like the medical is concrete. Like, we can see this.
Okay.
We can see what this is doing to you. I think the emotion triggers the medical.
Right.
But we can get to that once we stop this.
But if we don't trigger the emotional, then if we don't treat the emotional, I'm gonna probably end up doing that or something different.
Right.
Affecting the medical.
Yeah, fair, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. So there may be things going on medically that will impact your ability to even process things
emotionally, or
not even emotionally,
mentally.
just for you to hear what I'm saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's say you drunk out of your mind, and I'm saying
you come into the sessions drunk,
right?
Okay.
And I'm saying, what is your name? And you don't know that I'm asking, what is your name? So medical is priority when in any therapist. So that's a question on our test, right? Like you have to address the medical.
That's what I'm asking, because I ain't take the test.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, what was the question?
What was that nigga's question?
Oh yeah. I don't even know what the question was.
Like, get me out of this shit. Nah, I mean, honestly, I felt the therapist in you, because I'm a what you call a devil's advocate at times.
Mm-hmm.
So I just try to dive into an oppositional way of thinking.
That's what Leo's do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god!
Did we miss each other's hands?
I got it.
Okay, all right.
I mean, get out your
Leo
feelings,
hurt
man.
you?
No, I was looking.
God. Okay.
At the time, right?
All right.
What,
Next
man?
question.
That's what it felt like. Get out of this.
No, I think Leos are great.
They are amazing.
But
The smile.
he been killing them this episode though.
But
The little cheeky smile.
I was smiling, bro.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what they told me to do.
No, I mean, I think we're on our way out of here. And
Already?
yeah,
God, okay.
I truly appreciated your insight, your life story, your perspective. That's honestly why we came in to sit down, is to get those things from each other.
We gotta bring you back though, because it's a lot of things we didn't touch on.
I got you.
Part
Just
two.
give me some tequila.
Part two.
We'll put you in the calendar.
But
Yes.
Let me check my calendar,
So
because I
many
be booked and
guests.
busy. All right.
Yeah, we do too.
Exactly.
We be booked
Exactly.
as fuck.
We just make it work.
As
I love
fuck.
it.
we just
I
make
love
it
it.
work. But I like to always give our guests the opportunity to drop one dime.
Where's the dime?
Something that you feel like is something we talk about, putting change or something that helps us in life in our pockets that we can utilize as we go through life. What's something that you can give us and our listeners that they can take with them throughout life and use when the opportunity presents itself?
Or even if it's something that you live by, like somebody said to you, like, I know your coach was very, very influential in your life. Maybe it was something that she gave you at a certain point in your life, and you just took it with you. You add it to your toolbox of life and use it as you go along.
Yeah.
We just say dropping dimes. We cash it in when we need to.
Cash out.
Cash out. If that all makes sense.
Yeah, it all makes sense. And
make the words different.
and I just wanted to challenge you, like, what is a dime?
Yeah, I know, I felt
tell me
it.
more.
I
Tell
got
me
you.
more.
I had you.
But I'm gonna just keep it simple. The rules are fake. Do what you want to do. Do what feels good to you. But remember, all of these rules, they are fake as fuck. That's all I got.
That's heavy.
That sounds like a conversation.
Sound like go to jail. No,
Go to jail. Oh God!
the rules are fake. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Guess what?
Do not go
The
break.
purge is real. It starts tonight.
Sin City.
The purge is real. It
No.
starts tonight.
Don't run up the
hill. Don't go breaking the law. But these
that's a rule
societal,
now.
yeah.
The societal norms.
The societal norms are trash that shit, right?
We needed to clean that up.
Let's definitely clean it up.
We got some people out there that's just like
okay.
Cool.
Yolanda said.
What podcast is this number?
101.
Yeah, well, podcast dropping down is 101.
Yolanda
Therapist said,
yep.
you know,
Do
all the
whatever
rules
the
of
fuck you wanna
faith.
do.
The baby don't go in the court of law with that shit, cause I can't do nothing with you. But no, like these societal norms, like live your life, operate in authenticity, and I think that's a conversation we should definitely have.
All right, bet. Come back.
When you guys can fit me on your calendar. But yeah, just live a life that is pleasing to you. I tell my clients all the time, and if they're listening, I'm sure they'll be like, you have to honor how you feel, right? You can't neglect how you feel trying to please everybody else, and that might look like
people pleasers,
right? It might look like deviating from the society. that's the dance we're gonna leave off on, but it might look like deviating from the societal norms. So all the societal norm rules are fake. Live your life how you want. If that looks like you going to college late, that's fine. Whatever late is, right?
whatever.
If that looks like you leaving your job because you just tired of being in corporate and you want to work at Target or you want to be a bartender, that's okay because you can go back. Like, all of the rules they're just fake.
If you 45 and want to date a 19-year-old.
No.
Whatever works for you.
So look,
No.
Don't break the law.
No.
I wanted to see.
No.
Wow.
No.
Why did we have to go there?
Because look.
No.
Because
no.
I want people, like you said, words are important.
Yeah.
And some people might interpret words how they want to interpret them. And I just wanted to be like, hey, establish like what you feel like is right.
Yeah.
Make sure it's right for the people you interact with as well. So if you're 45 dating a 19-year-old, it might feel right to me, but is that going to be right for this 19-year-old?
It'll take us into a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, when you said it, I was like, ooh, this is going somewhere, but let's just leave it there. I'm an asshole until we talk about
it. It's the devil's advocate shit, man.
Man, it's on my shoulder all day now.
I love it. But just honor how you feel. But stay out of jail. That's all I got.
That part.
Stay out of jail. So, hey, man.
But y'all ain't got no dimes to drop?
No, I said
we drop dimes every week, baby.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You missed a few of them while we was talking.
My bad.
All right, yeah.
Thanks.
You have to watch it back and catch them out. There you go.
Thanks for giving us just a little bit of your time, letting us into a little bit of your space
Just
to come
a
do
little
what we
bit.
do, and that was just talk.
Need more tequila.
This talk was a good conversation. Next time, we just gonna bring a bottle and sit it out here.
Yeah.
Go to work.
We
Ooh,
failed
not
you.
me. Not me.
We failed you.
We
Who?
failed you.
I ain't failed nobody.
We failed you.
The tequila is what
Yeah, we
Okay.
failed you by not bringing more tequila out here and letting you talk even longer.
that
But
shit.
so we
Yeah.
apologize.
You on your own. I'm not doing that. I fuck shit up when I do that. When I do that, shit goes wrong. So
It
I go
gets
crazy.
good. It gets good. It gets good.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks for letting us just come in and do what we do, man. That's just talk. So we really do appreciate you. As always, nothing's changed about that. We definitely do appreciate Miss Yolanda Dunn for coming through and giving us
the special, and the special.
Yeah, all the special.
That's
all
like that,
of
but
me.
the special.
Special
all the
voice and
specials.
everything.
She showed y'all everything we know about the specials. Y'all saw a little bit,
Annoying.
a smidge of those. Some early, some later, but we definitely
He's so
appreciate
kind.
her.
He's
Yeah.
so kind.
We appreciate her coming through, showing us her special self.
And this was a special episode, man.
Yeah, it was a special episode.
It was
But
our
wait,
Our
I gotta
first
tell the
lady.
people it's Mental Health Awareness Month. That's
Yeah.
the whole reason.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's not the whole reason.
It's not the whole reason, but it was.
It's part of it.
It's part of the
worked
special
out
reason.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out perfectly. That special was in there,
Yeah.
but not in bold letters like all the rest of them.
Yeah.
So it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and with her doing what she does, it worked out perfectly. It was like a perfect storm. So we do appreciate her coming through. Thanks for sharing your expertise. Thanks for giving us your different way of thinking as it pertains to mental health, because we talked about off camera that you don't necessarily play into the I guess you could say the societal norms as it pertains to mental health. You kind of do
the
your
profession.
As it pertains to the profession itself. We talked about it a little bit, but that's
a whole nother episode.
It's a whole nother episode. That's what we gonna bring her back in
so
here.
You know
we
she
can get
coming
into
back.
That. Yeah. We're gonna definitely go through the calendar that doesn't exist and figure out what would be the perfect time to bring her back for another perfect storm. Continue to go by www.droppingdymes.com. Pick up shirts and tees. That shirt, but shirts and tees.
You can go get this shirt too, though.
Not at www.droppingdymes.com.
With a
Y. I don't know what this is. This is
whichever one I want to do, man. God damn.
But why a Y and not an I?
Got to be different.
Okay.
Nah, it was too many dropping dimes already existing, so we had to make an adjustment.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Business decisions.
Yeah.
Just curious.
I do want to say that I'm happy and I'm proud that you were our first female guest. You definitely brought what we were hoping to find.
Oh,
to be able to
good.
have a conversation, and that's what we want to just continue to build on. Most of our audience are women, but we just want to make sure that they know and we continue to know that we're listening to your voice, to you all's voice.
Informational, educational, like continued learning for the men folk who do decide to,
and even the emotional.
Yeah, absolutely. And because we know that you ladies do send these clips or the episodes to the men that you know, so it's something for them to pick up on.
Absolutely.
There's dimes in there, you know what I'm saying? And some of the stuff is stuff that we ain't said, but now you got some letters behind it. You got a professional that actually told you the shit we was saying was actually real.
Man, when I fucked it up, she got it right.
Yeah, there you go. So
you didn't fuck it up. I just gave you a different perspective, and
I'm cool with saying I fucked it up.
You didn't fuck it up.
At the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Sometimes you gotta fuck it up to get it right.
That's what we do it for, so we can get different perspectives.
Yeah.
His perspective is completely different from mine. Mine's completely different from yours. And at the end, you
and
take
yours is
whatever
all
you
the way
need.
off. So
yeah,
I'm just here to help y'all put the puzzle
you take
pieces
whatever you
together.
need,
Exactly. I
and
see
you put it in your pocket and use it.
I'm telling you,
Hey, we appreciate you coming through. We love you. If all hearts and minds are clear,
baby.
Wait, I got something to say. So I just made history. Right, I was the first.
You did. You made
woman
history
to come on you guys' podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
I made history, guys.
the very first.
I'm that chick.
You need a plaque or a
saying?
t-shirt or something.
Just
anyway.
You need a plaque or a t-shirt or something.
Whatever
probably do
you
a
feel,
t-shirt.
whatever you guys feel in your heart.
All right.
But I made history.
A Dr. Pepper.
A hug.
Hey man, we
Hell
appreciate you.
no.
We love you. Thanks.
Hell no.
Until next time.
All love, baby.
It's how I'm feeling inside.
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't cry. I'm just fitting. Yeah, I'm just fitting.
Hi guys, it is Yolanda, and I wanted to come through and thank the guys at Dropping Dymes for having me as their first female guest on their podcast. I also wanted to share some mental health resources that could assist you with identifying a therapist. We have Psychology Today, that's the good old faithful. If you're a Black female and you're looking for a therapist, there's therapy for Black girls. If you're a Black male and you're looking for therapists, there's therapy for Black men. There's also BetterHelp and Open Path, which are two really, really good, affordable resources. It is Mental Health Awareness Month. I want you guys to prioritize your mental health, right? Do the consultations. They're typically free, right? And if you don't mesh well with the first one, try a second one, try a third one. If your homeboy sends you a therapist and it's not a good fit for you, it's okay. It's just not a good fit for you. Try another one. If your homegirl does, same thing. Prioritize your mental health, guys. See you next time.